Like, if you're a basketball fan, you grow up a fan, like, you love the Celtics. Well, maybe I guess you could hate them, but I think for myself, like, the Celtics is one of the premier organizations of the NBA. Like, you always grow up knowing what the Celtics are about, and obviously having won a championship 2 years ago now, it's kind of cool to just be in this building and kind of, you know, surround yourself with the greatness that is played in this arena over the course of however many years. So I think it's a great opportunity for people in this city or fans around the area to come and support a W team.
Picture this. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever step into the legendary TD Garden in Boston to face the Connecticut Sun, the same team responsible for that infamous eye poke and body check back in June. The arena is packed with 19,156 screaming Fever fans, effectively transforming what should have been a hostile away game into a home court takeover. But no one could have predicted what was about to unfold. Clark was on the verge of making history, not breaking just one or two, but 3 WNBA records in a single game, all while outscoring the entire Connecticut Sun team in the final 5 minutes. What happened next will give you chills. If you support Caitlin and the Fever, drop a comment saying, "I've got the Fever. Let's go." Clark, aware of the stakes and the significance of the venue, addressed the excitement. "I know last year's game had great attendance and great energy, so I'm expecting the same tonight. But for myself, you never take these opportunities for granted. It's always fun to go to a new arena and a new place and enjoy it, and I expect the same here tonight." The last meeting between these two teams on June 17th wasn't just another regular season matchup, it was a boiling pot of cheap shots and escalating tension. Jacy Sheldon's eye poke and Marina Mabrey's body check on Clark sparked national outrage. That game was a showcase of unchecked aggression, with officials allowing the physicality to spiral until multiple scuffles broke out. Players were ejected, and Clark took a beating that ignited conversations across the basketball world about player safety. In the third quarter of that game, the Fever were trailing by 10 when Clark tried backing down Sheldon, who promptly fouled her by hitting her in the face. Clark was clearly upset. Marina Mabrey then stormed in and decked Clark, inflaming tempers on both teams. Fast forward to TD Garden, and the atmosphere is electric with tension. This is no longer just another matchup, it's personal. Clark enters the arena with a steely focus, remembering every foul, every dirty play, and every moment the referees turned a blind eye. But there's something different about the Fever. This time, something's shifted. Announcers were already predicting the fallout. Of course, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected because that was unwarranted. She literally came out of nowhere and chucked Caitlin Clark. There should be a flagrant one on Jacy Sheldon because she swiped and hit her in the eyeball. Whether it's intentional or not, you can still be called for a flagrant foul. Yet what the league handed down was shocking. Caitlin Clark, Marina Mabrey, and Tina Charles were all assessed technical fouls. That's it. Jacy Sheldon received a flagrant one. No one was ejected. Back at TD Garden, something magical starts happening. Despite being on the road, those 19,156 fans create a feverish energy that transforms the arena into Indiana's own backyard. Chants for the Fever echo through the rafters. These fans didn't just show up, they took over. Sophie Cunningham steps into her new role as Clark's protector, prepared to stop any repeat of past incidents. Meanwhile, the Connecticut Sun attempts the same aggressive strategy: apply full-court pressure, double-team Clark, and force other players to beat them. But this time, the Fever are ready. The team is united. Every player knows their role. Every player is prepared to respond when things get physical. This game is about redemption, and Clark finally has the support she needs to thrive. You can feel the difference immediately. With the ball back in Clark's hands as the floor general, the Fever's offense regains its identity. The pace quickens, the energy shifts. This is the basketball that made them dangerous earlier in the season. For too long, they had been struggling: too many forced shots, too many turnovers, and too many moments of stagnation. That wasn't Fever basketball. That wasn't their identity. You could see it in Clark's demeanor during warm-ups. You could feel it in the way her teammates gathered around her. This wasn't the same team that got bullied in June. This team came to Boston with a mission to show the Sun what happens when you target their superstar. From the opening tip, Clark was locked in. She worked against Sheldon, slicing into the defense with deceptive speed. She got to the rim effortlessly, making it nearly impossible for Sheldon to react. The Suns' defense was designed to disrupt her rhythm. They threw traps, double teams, and full-court pressure at her every possession, trying to exhaust and frustrate her. But instead of forcing shots, Clark began distributing. She drew defenders in and found her open teammates. The ball moved, the offense flowed. The Fever had 22 assists on 29 made baskets, proof of how effective Clark is when orchestrating the offense. Kelsey Mitchell caught fire with 20 points. Thanks to Clark's ability to collapse the defense, Mitchell found herself with open looks she couldn't miss. The Sun couldn't cheat toward Clark anymore, not with Mitchell punishing them from beyond the arc. Natasha Howard added 18 points and 13 rebounds, dominating inside. She benefited from the spacing and ball movement, getting easy post looks, and cleaning up the glass. The Sun's defense, stretched thin, had no answers. The Fever's balanced defense was firing on all cylinders. Sophie Cunningham brought crucial energy off the bench, hitting clutch shots and keeping the defense honest with her three-point shooting. Her hustle on defense and extra possessions gave the team the lift it needed when the starters rested. Even Aaliyah Boston, despite struggling with her shot, contributed in meaningful ways: assists, rebounds, and defensive presence. This was a team win in every sense. The result: an 85-77 victory built on pace, precision, and unselfish play. This was the Fever's blueprint for success: ball movement, scoring depth, and intensity. It's the basketball that made fans believe in the Fever to begin with. But while the team was clicking, Clark was quietly making WNBA history. Her shooting numbers were deceptive: just 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 7 from deep. Statistically, it looked like an off night, but Clark's impact extended far beyond the box score. She became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 450 career assists, achieving the feat in only 53 games. For perspective, the previous record was held by Ticha Peniquero, who reached 450 in 62 games during the late 90s. Clark shattered that record by 9 games, a massive margin in a league where every assist counts. That wasn't all. She also became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 150 career three-pointers. That milestone shows she's not just a passer, she's a scoring threat from anywhere on the floor. Her ability to rack up threes at such speed proves she adapted to the pro level faster than anyone anticipated. And then there's the third record, arguably the most remarkable. Clark extended her streak of 5 or more assists to 40 consecutive games, the longest such streak in WNBA history. 40 games of elite playmaking, 40 games of raising her teammates' performance, 40 games of proving her value goes well beyond points scored. Then came the game's final 5 minutes, the ultimate statement. Clark single-handedly outscored the entire Connecticut Sun team in crunch time. One player, outperforming an entire roster when it mattered most. She seized control of the game, found her rhythm, and showed why she's different from any other player in the league. That stretch, combined with the 3 records, cemented her as not just a rising star, but a transformative force in women's basketball. But just as everything seemed perfect, one moment changed everything. Brutal, that's the only way to describe it. The look on Caitlin Clark's face said it all. She had clearly tweaked her groin late in the win, in what has already been an injury-plagued season. Whether it was pain, frustration, or both, you could see it weighing heavily on her. In the final minute of what should have been a flawless night, she made a pass to Kelsey Mitchell for a score, then immediately clutched her right leg and grimaced. Something was wrong. You could feel it. In the arena, the celebration dimmed, and the crowd's roar softened with concern.